I've got no idea how much we actually spend on Pyro each week, but it's a lot more than we probably should do. Welcome back to AEW Dynamite. Big show here for you tonight. Should be a very interesting one. We're going to see some big matches, including the main event, Brian Cage and Lance Archer one-on-one. Also, Omega and a Hangman in the ring together, and Brodie and Darby Allin. And here we go then, starting things off with Mr. Brodie Lee versus Darby Allin, a rematch of our very first episode of AEW, where Darby Allin did get the victory. Mr. Brodie Lee tried to get some retribution last Dynamite by sticking Kip Sabian in a match against Darby Allin, but Darby not only beat Kip, but sent a message after the match assaulting Kip as well. Brodie slamming the back of the head of Darby into the mat and a big boot across the chest, now raining down the strong left hands into the face of Darby Allin, who's currently joint top of the rankings on a +2 alongside Hangman Page, MJF, Pentagon Jr. and Scorpio Sky. We will see Pentagon Jr. We will see Scorpio Sky tonight in a main event going one-on-one against Cody. Of course, Scorpio is in a great position after that win in a triple threat last Dynamite when all of SCU faced off against each other, really. We saw Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, Scorpio Sky in a triple threat match. And the winner of that one was Scorpio Sky, picking up the 2 ranking points, which means that he's going to be the one who's probably going to get the first sort of focus from SCU on a singles run, while Kazarian and Daniels will probably get the little run in the tag team division. As I discussed on Dark the other day, the tag team division is something that we are thinking about starting after Revolution, which is not far away now. As Brodie Lee raining down the strikes right into the face of Darby and a boot in the gut as well. Brodie with a pin for the one. No, only a 1 count. Okay. I thought there was more in that, but only a 1 count. Darby back up now with the arm breaker on Mr. Brodie Lee. You see Evil Uno at ringside as well. Brodie's companion. Number 1. Of course, of the order. Darby now raining down the clotheslines. So if Darby can continue this form on, I would say he would have to be involved in the AEW Championship picture at the next pay-per-view. Which I think what we might do, and this is going to be a bold one, but after Revolution, I think our next... Oh, there's the big discus lariats. After Revolution, I think our next pay-per-view will be Blood and Guts Elimination Chamber to crown the first AEW champion and maybe TNT champion as well. And of course, going by the rankings, we'll decide who gets put into each match. But at the moment, Brodie with a massive discus lariat on Darby Allin, but it's not enough to finish him off. Nice sit-out slam. Nice gator roll. Into the reverse chin lock. Darby Allin now dragging Brodie Lee into the middle of the ring, and Darby is looking pretty good here now. He got hit with a big discus lariat earlier on in the match, but now looking pretty strong. Darby now sending Brodie off the ropes. In and around, taking Brodie down. In and around, taking Brodie down. Brodie with a sit-out powerbomb. Only a 2 count still. My eye. Oh, my eye's gone funky. I can't see out. I think I'm okay now. Don't know what happened there. The cat's really loving this match though. She's really interested in what's going on. She's laying half asleep on my desk, just staring at the screen. Watching Brodie with that massive clothesline taking down Darby Allin. And a big boot as well, and Darby busted open the standard AEW Crimson Mask, Mr. Brodie Lee with a pin, and Mr. Brodie Lee with a convincing victory. Wow, Brodie got his first win on Dark a few days ago, and now builds upon that with a victory here on Dynamite against Darby Allin, who suffers his first loss. But there we go. Brodie Lee getting some sort of retribution here for that first week loss against Darby Allin. And he did it emphatically as well, to be honest. Really emphatically. Fantastic victory. And it was that massive big boot that just rocked Darby Allin, busted him open. But Darby did well. I mean, even after he got caught. Even after he got caught with the big discus lariat, Darby was still able to fight on, but really, it was just too much, wasn't it, for him? There was that massive running big boot. You saw Darby just bounce across the ring before getting pinned, and there we go. 1, 2, and 3. Great victory for Mr. Brodie Lee. But these two are at 1-on-1 now. Will we see a buffer match between the two of them? That's going to be the interesting one, isn't it? And here is our next match of the evening. Big Willpower Willie Hobbs takes on Alan Angels. Let's get straight into this bad boy then. This is Alan Angels' debut. Will Hobbs so far has got 1 win and 1 loss on his records. What was a loss? I remember the victory. It was a victory on Dark, wasn't it? With a goosey gander. He got a win on Dark against Larry Hansen, but then got a loss against MJF on the last episode of Dynamite. Of course it was. I remember now. So yeah, this is Will Hobbs' opportunity to show what he can do once again as he takes on Alan Angels, and it was almost a 3 count already. As Will Hobbs, Big Willie Hobbs, taking up Alan Angels on the shoulder and looking for that big running power slam. There's the pin. Wow. We are seeing incredible things from Big Will Hobbs. Of course, now part of Team Taz. Incredible. There was that big spear. Followed up not long after with that big power slam, and Alan Angels suffers himself a loss. Will Hobbs gets himself a win and goes back up onto +1 in the rankings. And Team Taz just becomes even more strong, even more powerful, even more terrifying with a man like Will Hobbs teaming up alongside Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. It's insane, really, isn't it? But there we go. Will Power with a win. And here is our third match of the evening, the return match between Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. Of course, the first time these two competed, it was a victory for Hangman Adam Page. Kenny Omega assaulted Page last week during his entrance, where Page went on to defeat Eddie Kingston. Kenny Omega, of course, got his first victory on Dark the other day, the win over Ron Johnson. Now Kenny wants to prove to himself and everybody else that he is just one step further ahead of Hangman Page. Lovely sit-out powerbomb. Big boot in the spine. Hangman back up to his feet. Big clothesline. Hangman is in great form at the moment. With those 2 wins in a row, I mean, Hangman defeated Kenny Omega and MJF in back-to-back episodes of AEW Dynamite. Another win here against another Omega would be an incredible result. But Omega's not going to make it easy, is he, there with the sit-out powerbomb. If Omega wins here, he'll go back up to +1. Of course, he dropped to -1 on the first episode after losing to Hangman. Got himself back up to 0 with a victory on Dark against Ron Johnson. Nice elbow in the gut there by Omega. Omega with a slap attempt at Hangman, who just pushed it away. I'm falling apart here. I've got a cough Got something in my eye. I'm not doing very well here at all, am I? Omega now taken down by Hangman Page. Hangman gets a hold of the back of the hair of Kenny Omega. Dumps him to the outside. Hangman Page looking strong here tonight. And I'm sure these two are going to have probably a finale match, this little feud at Revolution, I would imagine. I'm thinking maybe Iron Man, you know, for one of them to really prove who's the best. I think Iron Man would be a good one for these two. Maybe a 20-minute Iron Man match. Omega, springing the face of Hangman Page into that top rope. Omega now taking Hangman up into a powerbomb position. And he's going to drop him face first against that top turnbuckle pad. Omega now face washing Hangman with a knee strike in the corner. Omega now backing into the corner once again, looking for the V-trigger on Hangman Page. Kenny Omega looking to make this 1-1. I mean, he could have gone for the pin now after the V-trigger, but looking to continue this on. He takes Hangman up onto the shoulders, hooks him in for that one-winged angel. There's the pin by Kenny Omega. And it's not enough. Hangman able to kick out after 2. Incredible resilience being seen here. Nice shoulder block there by Kenny Omega. Hangman, nice. Wow, what a jackknife powerbomb. Hangman bringing him back up to his feet now into a tombstone pile driver. If Hangman gets another winner here over Kenny Omega, what is Kenny's mind going to be like? What is Kenny's mind going to be like? Boom. Hangman dropping Kenny in the Deadeye. 1, 2. Oh, Kenny Omega able to kick out after 2 as well. Wow, what a match between these two. Big uppercut by Kenny Omega on Hangman. Gets her on the back, looking for that sharp German. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip, looking for the second German. Keeps the grip, rolls their hip, looking for the trifecta of German suplexes. Hangman with the uppercut. Oh, gets caught. Drop toe hold, face first into the mid rope. Big knee right in the face by Kenny. Dropping the boot in the arm of Hangman Page. There's the pin. Still not enough. Kenny can't believe it. He's so desperate for this win. He wants to start off as and continue on as one of the strongest competitors here in AEW. And the loss on his record to Hangman is not great. Look at him going old the school there with a captured German. And what a win. Kenny Omega does get himself back onto level pegs here with Hangman Adam Page. They're 1 each now in the battle. Where's Kenny Omega gone? He's in the middle here somewhere. There he is. Kenny Omega moves up to +1 in the rankings. Hangman Page drops down, which has actually left MJF, Pentagon and Scorpio Sky the only men on +2 at the moment, as both Darby Allin and Hangman Page, who were there with them, have both dropped down to +1. It was a great match between these two. And like I said, I feel like there's going to be a lot more from these two as well. There's got to be a lot more from these two. There was Hangman with a dead eye. Was not enough. It took the classic old captured German suplex. One of my favourite maneuvers from Kenny Omega's arsenal. But there we go. What a win by Kenny Omega. He is so happy to finally get that loss that he suffered on night one off of his shoulder, really, by getting the retribution. But I'm sure, like I said, just like the Darby Allin and Brodie Lee match earlier on, these two are one-on-one now. I'm sure there's going to have to be a rubber match. And here we go, then it's time for the Clash of the Titans. Lance Archer versus Brian Cage. This should be an interesting one. There's two of the biggest men in AEW collide. This has been brewing now for a couple of weeks. See Lance Archer in the ring, and Brian Cage is not wasting any time. Slides in, takes Archer down straight away. The pair of them. Oh wow, this is going to be one hell of a match. The brawl has started already. Of course, if you didn't see the last episode, we had a tag team match where essentially Lance Archer tagged himself in at the very beginning with Brian Cage as his tag team partner. Proceeded to not do very well. Then when Brian Cage tagged himself in to replace Lance Archer, Archer just left and left Brian Cage in a 2-on-1 situation. Archer now just standing on the gut of Brian Cage. Big boot attempt to the spine, but Cage able to avoid it. As you can see, we've got Jake the Snake Roberts, Taz, Brian Cage, Will Hobbs all at ringside. Not Brian Cage. Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs all at ringside. Archer trying to follow up the turnbuckle there, but Brian Cage catches him with that strong right hand right in the face. Cage now slamming the arm of Brian Cage into the mat. There is the pin. Only enough for, well, it wasn't even a 1 count, was it? Brian Cage just kicking Lance Archer down. So both these guys in the rankings, where they sit at the moment, I think they're both like -1 because they both obviously lost that tag team match, didn't they? Brian Cage is currently sat at 0 because he did get a win the week before. And Lance Archer currently sat on 0 as well. Both of them have had a win, both of them had a loss. So one of these two men will move up to +1 here tonight. Can you imagine if either of these two make it into the Elimination Chamber? It's going to be absolutely insane, isn't it? I mean, both of them in the Elimination Chamber is going to be even more crazy. To fight to become that first AEW champion. That blood and guts. Lance Archer now pinning the arm of Brian Cage down, stamping on the hand. Archer now, oh my god, what strength by Lance Archer's picking Brian Cage up by the head and slams him back down. Lance Archer really looking strong here tonight. There's the pin for the 1, 2. Oh my god, he's got it already. Wow. Lance Archer defeating Brian Cage incredibly here. What a win. What a freaking win that was for Lance Archer. Even after that initial assault. I think Brian Cage just came into this too hot-headed to the point where, I don't say he lost concentration as such, but he was just too, it was too much for him, I think. And instead of being contained, instead of being methodical, instead of being tactical and planning what he was going to do, he just came into it with no real game plan. Just the game plan of just pure aggression. And Lance Archer takes full advantage of that. I like he's an archer because he's got the bow and arrow. I like that. Great victory there for Lance Archer. Then let's move on to tonight's main event. And here we go then. Main event in the evening time. Cody goes 1-on-1 against Scorpio Sky. And here we go. The bell goes. We are underway. Cody versus Scorpio Sky. It's Cody's first appearance so far, I believe. Yes. 0 in the rankings at the moment. Of course, like we did last time in the AEW Universe mode, we will respect the Cody stipulation. Cody will not be able to fight in the AEW Championship picture. Therefore, I can probably announce right now that Cody will be part of the TNT Championship chamber, I would imagine. You know what we'll do? I don't know if I need to... I'll have to have a look. I don't know whether to... I might do qualifying matches instead, actually. Might do some qualifier matches. 6 qualifier matches for each chamber. Obviously 6 for the AEW chamber and 6 for the TNT chamber. Then of course we're going to have potentially what could now actually, because I found an extra tag team that I forgot about on Dark. We could potentially have a 20-team tag team tournament as well to crown our first AEW tag team champions. Nice backdrop there by Cody. Nice DDT right in the nuts by Cody. Striking Scorpio Sky, who fights free, and a nice boot right in the face of Cody. Scorpio now dropping the boot to the back of Cody as well. And of course, Scorpio's the one with the momentum from this. He was the one who got the win in that big triple threat match last episode. Nice running forearm there by Cody. Who now just rains down the strikes into the forehead of Scorpio Sky. There'll be a few extra people on Dark this week. I want to try and use everyone who hasn't wrestled so far on Dark. So just looking at it now, if I sort by rankings, we've got some big names still. Best Friends haven't wrestled yet. This is Cody's first match. We haven't seen Santana and Ortiz yet. We haven't seen Sammy Guevara. Wardlow hasn't wrestled yet either. Of course, FTR haven't wrestled yet. FTR. I'm hoping FTR are still with AEW, because there were rumours that their contracts had finished after the Bucks match, and there was rumours they might be considering an Impact run up against the North, but to see how that works, I think the Impact tapings were last week as I'm recording this. Well, last week as you're watching this. It's tomorrow, I think, as I'm recording this. And I'm hoping FTR are staying around in AEW. I know a lot of people don't like them, but that's what makes them such a good heel tag team, I suppose. Let me have a quick Google of FTR, see what comes up. FTR Professional Wrestling. I'm sure they'd signed a multi-year contract. All Elite Wrestling, la da la da la. And lost the titles in a match. Saw Tully Blanchard banned from ringside. That's all it says on there. Okay, nothing on there. Scorpio Sky with a 2 count. Yeah, I know there was some rumours. There's one of the rumours there. FTR as a tag team AEW champions. Yeah. Wow. Scorpio got the win. Wow, this is big. This is huge, because that means Scorpio Sky is now top of the rankings on +3. He's the highest rated man in AEW, Scorpio Sky. That's a huge win for Scorpio. A huge win, making Cody Rhodes tap as well. Cody now offering a handshake to Scorpio Sky. Great respect shown by both these men, but it's a big win for Scorpio Sky, which puts him top of the rankings on his own on +3. MJF and Pentagon Jr. both on +2. This is insane. This is really, really insane. Very interesting as well. So there we go. That's the end of tonight's AEW Dynamite. I hope you have enjoyed. Of course, if you have, hit the like, subscribe, other good stuff. And I'll see you again for our next episode of Dark, which will be in a few days' time. And also, don't forget to check out ECW Lives as well. It's a great little universe mode over there, so check that one out. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.